Hello and welcome to Herald TV News at 3 with me, Tasleem. The Town and Country Planning Department has revoked the order of technical clearance given to the controversial hill cutting at Kaknamodi Hill in Kunkoli. Revocation order noted that contour plans submitted to the department were wrong and the private developers violated the TCP Act by illegally excavating slopey land to build a 30-meter wide road. The order brings to an end a year-long battle by Kunkulkars to save the picturesque hill from destruction. What is of concern, however, is that the deputy town planner is silent on the restoration of the hilly and slopey land to its original position, which has been allegedly illegally cut by the developer as per the TCP site verification.
After suspension of technical clearance, will TCP order the restoration of Kaknamodi Hill? The TCP order reveals that the developer had cut the sloping land for the development of 10-meter wide internal road on the western side of the property for a stretch of 30 meters. The TCP order also says that the illegal hill cutting is also noticed towards the northern side of the property. The question therefore arises is, will the TCP direct the developer to restore the sloping part of the hill at Kunkoli? It appears the TCP has presently not taken any decision to restore the hill. Kunkoli MLA and leader of opposition Yuri Alemau credited the revocation order to the residents of Kunkoli for their tireless efforts by way of filing complaints and agitating at the illegal hill site, while eventually compelling the government to act. Dr. Jocelyn Fernandez said, "We had a counter plan of the hillock to checkmate the illegal, corrupt TCP department," he said. Bureau Report, Herald TV.
The entire small state of Goa is on tenterhooks at the imminent diversion of Mahadev by Karnataka. What will be the consequences of diversion? 6 talukas are likely to be badly affected, both in terms of drinking water needs and agriculture. There will be complete ecological devastation, environmentalists warn. This is not our own creation. It is mentioned in the pleadings of Goa in the Supreme Court, they said. Watch the full discussion on consequences of Mahadev diversion on Point Counterpoint on Herald TV and YouTube.
Drinking water, sir. Rajendra did not mention it, but what is happened is that 6 talukas are going to badly get affected due to this diversion, drinking water as far as concerned. Second thing is that I'm just quoting what is given in the pleading of the Goa state. As you talked on ecology and everything, it's a complete ecological devastation. These are the words in the pleading of state Goa. Secondly, they have used one word that this issue is a national importance issue. So to this extent, if it is going on.
Is the pleading in the pleading?
Yes, yes, Goa state pleading. Second thing is that, see, Rajendra did not mention it, but otherwise 43,500 hectares of the very fragile forest is going to get deserted. 43,500 hectares
of the forest,
of the forest, which is drained by this Mahadev. That is going to get deserted. The next thing is that, as it is mentioned in the pleading, I'm just quoting it. Marine life will be totally disturbed. Then your mangroves, flora, fauna, everything is mentioned in this. Then second thing is that, according to the pleading, by 2050, there is also a mistake. In one paragraph, they say that 2050, and in another paragraph, they say 2051. The requirement of the water is 2,764 million cubic meter.
CC or CM?
CM. And it will be, they'll fall short of 1,500 million TM.
Who will fall short?
Goa. For drinking water by that time. And the 194 villages are given there, which are also going to get affected.
3 talukas? 3 talukas.
See, the 6 talukas.
6 talukas.
6 talukas.
Okay.
6 talukas. And worst is that your wildlife sanctuary, Madhe Wildlife Sanctuary, will be
become dry.
good for nothing.
Right.
Then again, the second one is also going to go.
Bureau Report, Herald TV.
Authorities, including the Goa Police Bomb Squad, visited the site of the blast at Dangi Colony, Mapsa. The blast occurred on Sunday. The exact reason for the blast is still not known. Deputy Speaker and Mapsa MLA Joshua D'Souza and local councillors, including acting chairperson Chandrasekhar Benkar, visited the blast site and expected the authorities to do their job. Chief Minister too said the incident was being investigated.
On Sunday late night, the authorities, including the bomb squad, visited the site at Mapsa to seek thorough investigation after the blast. Speaking to media, local MLA and Deputy Speaker Joshua D'Souza said, "I won't like to make any statement without knowing what actually happened. Let the authorities investigate." Meanwhile, the councillor said that the police should do proper investigation. Meanwhile, another person, Benekar, said that thorough investigation needs to be done thoroughly as it did not happen as per the cylinder blast. Watch. Now these owners have suffered a huge loss besides deep cracks to other people's area who have also suffered other damages. Watch this special story.
जो स्फोट हुआ था वहाँ पे हानि कुछ नहीं हुई, उसकी पूरी ताकीद हमारे स्टेट डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट जो ले रहे हैं, लेकिन इस तरह के जो इंसिडेंट्स हो रहे हैं इनके लिए पूरी स्टेट डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट उसका जिम्मेदारी ले रहे हैं. कोई जो उसके लिए एक्चुअल रिस्पॉन्सिबल है इसके ऊपर भी यानी एक्शन हम ले रहे हैं.
माझे नाव मनोज साखरकर.
केन्ना हे केन्ना कितें जालें?
म्हाका दिसता फातोड्याक पावणे 6 गजाल आसतली.
तुमकां कितें डॅमेज जाला?
म्हाजी गाडी फुडल्यान आसा रोडाचेर, ते ग्लास फुटल्या.
आनी कितें?
सलून आहा म्हणजे सायडीर रोडार सलूनाचो एक ग्लास फुटला.
न्हू आनी हे भितर?
हे भितून घरान मातशे एल्युमिनियमचे दार हे बँड जाला.
म्हणजे तुमच्या ते बार आनी तुमी कितके मीटर आहा हे?
एक 30-35 मीटर आसता.
30. आनी दुसरी तेजी गेट आहा ती ही हांगा तुमच्या
हय, हांगा भितून सोन येयले.
30 मीटर सुमार गेट.
हय.
Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
About 100 people gathered at Rasai on Monday ahead of Chief Minister Pramod Sawant's expected visit. The people immediately flashed messages when they heard the CM was supposed to visit the jetty at Rasai. They said they do not want any jetty, whether for passengers, tourist, cargo or coal. They called on CM to save the livelihoods of the people, which mainly depend on fishing. The Sarpanch and Panchayat members too are with them, the people claimed.
About 100 people gathered at Rasai on Monday ahead of the CM's expected visit. The people immediately flashed messages when they heard the CM was supposed to visit the jetty at Rasai. They said they do not want any jetty, whether for passengers, tourists, cargo or coal. They called on CM to save the livelihoods of the people, which mainly depend on fishing. The Sarpanch and Panchayat members too are with the people, they claimed.
सकाळी एक 10 सुमार आमकां कळ्ळें की CM ह्या जाग्यार येवपाचो आहा म्हण. प्रोपोज जेटी सायट आहा त्या जाग्यार येवपाचो आहा म्हण. एक खिणा भितर लोक म्हाका दिसता 100 सुमार लोक एकठांय जालो आनी तेच ओड तितलोच की लोकां गांवचो मोग आहा आनी लोक सगलो एकवटान आहा आनी लोक एकवटानूच ही जी गोवोरमेंटान जेटी प्रोपोज केल्या ती लोक गोवोरमेंटा ही जेटी जो गोवोरमेंटा प्रोपोजल आहा तो सक्सेस जावपाक दिवपा ना. हे 101% तुमकां जेटी जायी गांवांतो? तुमकां जेटी जायी? म्हणटोच आमी आयज जो CM येवपा आलो तेका एक क्लियर कट मेसेज दिवपाक सोदताय. मुगे कलिगान सांगले ते भाशेन आमगे गांवां एट एनी कॉस्ट आमी जावं पॅसेंजर जेटी, जावं ट्युरिस्ट जेटी, जावं कोल जेटी, जावं कार्गो जेटी, आमकां कसल्योय जेटी नाका. ही फेरीबोटी आहा ती आमकां पुरो. समज हे फेरीबोटी तरी गोवोरमेंटान तरी कितेंय तरी हेजो डेव्हलपमेंट करूंक जायो, इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर वाडोवपाक जायो. ट्रू पंचायत आमी MLA सुद्दां सांगलां, ट्रू पंचायताको फंड आहा, पंचायताचे हिंगा धाकटी शेड घायन लोकां हिंगा बसपाचें वो कितें रावपाचें कितें बंदोबस्त करूंक जाता ते पंचायतांचेर तो प्रपोजल घेवपाक जाता पूण सरकार ज्यो फोटी मारता त्यो लोक आयकून घेवपाचो ना कित्याक पॅसेंजरा नांवान कार्गो हाडटलो हें आमी बिलकूल मानून घेवपाचें न्हय सरकारान आमगे एकूच शिटकावणी अशी की आमगे गांवांत जेटी हाडपाचो तूं प्रयत्न करूं नाका आमगे जीव गेले सुद्दां आमी हे जेटी येवपा दिवपाक नाय
जर आयको येयल्ले भाशेन हिंगा प्रायवेट प्रॉपर्टी सगल्यो
हय
ओके गव्हर्मेंट प्रॉपर्टी जावं विलेज पंचायत प्रॉपर्टी कांय ना तेजें कितें म्हणपा तुका
प्रायवेट जावं गव्हर्मेंट तर नाच प्रायवेट सगळी प्रॉपर्टी म्हणटच सरकारानूय तेजेर आनी चार पाट चिंतूंक जाय आसलें बाबा ह्यो प्रायवेट प्रॉपर्टी हिंगा इतली रेजिडेन्शियल एरिया आहा लोक इतलो रावता आनी आतां सांगले ते भशेन लोक हिंगा नुस्त्याचेर जेता जावं कोबली घालून गोरोवन फुटाण्यो कांटाडी हे सगळी घालून लोक आपणे दिसवट जोडटा लोकांक थोडे हे ना रे पूण लोक हेजेर जियेता हांव नको लोकां सरकार कित्या रस्त्यार घालपाक सोदता तो म्हणटो सरकाराक आनीक मागणी आमगेले जे लोक फिशरीचेर जावं एग्रिकल्चराचेर जियेता तेंकां जाय जाल्यार सरकारान आनी एनकरेज करचें तेंकां सबसिडी दिवच्यो तेंकां आनी कितें घालपा जाय जाल्यार लोकांक आनी सरकारान मदत करची
जिल्लो डिकोस्टा रासोय रावपी रासोय रोटले आयज आमी विथीन शॉर्ट टायम हिंगा थोडो जायतो लोक एकठांय जालो सगळे कामाक गेलोले आमकां एक न्यूज मेळ्ळो आयज हिंगा इन्स्पेक्शन आहा CM आनी गांवचो MLA येता म्हण सो हिंगा पयले सा इशू चलता जेटी प्रपोज केल्ल्यो आनी जेटी लागून आमी जायतें ऑब्जेक्शन केलां रेड अलर्ट आमी सगळ्या गव्हर्मेंटाक दिलो आहा आमी जेटी कशी हाडपा दिवपा ना म्हण आनी आयज विथीन अ शॉर्ट टायम जेन्ना आमकां कळ्ळें सकाळ फुडें सगळे कामाक गेलोले सगळे सांगून चापकन आमी एकठांय जाले आनी 10:30 CM येवपा आहलो म्हण आमकां कळ्ळें त्या आजून पण CM येयल ना
Sagun Gowde for Herald TV.
One motorcyclist was injured in an accident which occurred on NH66 at Porvorim on Sunday. The accident occurred between a motorcycle and a small car in front of Hyundai Motors. The motorcyclist was rushed to the hospital. He is reported to have suffered a fracture. Pillion rider received minor injuries. The car driver did not receive any injuries.
One motorcyclist was injured in an accident which occurred on NH66 at Porvorim on Sunday. The accident occurred between a motorcycle and a small car in front of Hyundai Motors Porvorim. The motorcyclist was rushed to the hospital. He is reported to have suffered a fracture. The car driver did not receive any injuries. Sagun Gowde for Herald TV.
On Sunday evening, a dead dolphin was spotted on the seashore of the Arambol beach. The cause of the death is still unknown. However, investigation is on.
In a shocking incident on Sunday evening, a dead dolphin was spotted on the seashore of Arambol beach. This attracted many visitors to come and take pictures. But everyone was confused and had humanity seen in their eyes. Now the cause of the death is still unknown. However, the investigation is on. Watch this visual of how this dolphin was spotted. Story by Makbul for Herald TV.
Sai veterans defeated Verna veterans 4-2 to emerge as champions in the late Henry Arauzo Memorial Lothley Veterans Cup football tournament, organized by Lothley veterans, played at Lothley Church Ground on Sunday.
Sunday, Sai veterans defeated Verna veterans by 4-2 to emerge as champs of the late Henry Araujo Memorial Lothley Veterans Football Cup tournament organized in Lutoli when veterans played at the Lutolim Church Ground on Sunday. Ajay Divadkar scored a brilliant hat-trick while Benito scored another goal for Sai veterans. Rosario Carvalho and Eusebio Fernandez netted a goal each for Verna. Rosario Carvalho and Eusebio Fernandez netted a goal each for Verna veterans.
Anybody sweating? Number is 53, 5 and 3.
story by Ignacio Norona for Herald TV.
Shocked at the massive potential impact and damage to ecology and environment due to the devastating fire in the Berger factory, concerned citizens, including food soldiers of the environment, have raised alarm bells of similar happenings across the state. Today in this special story, Team Herald met locals and those who are facing hardships post-blast.
Now shocked at the massive potential impact and damage due to ecology and environment due to the devastating fire in the Berger factory, concerned citizens, including foot soldiers of the environment, have raised alarm bells of similar happenings across the state. Now today, Herald TV and her Team Herald spoke to some of the locals and those who are affected and facing hardships post-blast. Here in this story, we will show you a person who is Amol Nalvekar, the owner of a wildflowers resort, which is just adjacent to the blast, is facing hardships. Watch.
I don't know how much I've inhaled pollutants in my lungs, along with my other colleagues and son and family. So the repercussions of that will come to know maybe much later. However, what is my immediate loss was that I had to send guest staying somewhere else. I had to cancel. I had a cancellation of things. So all these things had happened. So I've lost a tremendous amount as immediate effect to my business. Apart from immediate stoppage of fire, and now repercussions we'll have to see on plants and the health of me and my people. My villagers have really suffered a lot and they are still suffering. And माझे विलेज धाकटी विलेज ती आणि ही विलेज is existing number of centuries prior to this industrial estate. So my genuine concern is, if such thing happens again and again, something happened 10 years back, then where the villagers will go and what is the remedy for villagers? Relocate village or relocate industrial estate itself?
A story by Ashmita Polji and Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
Tensions prevailed at St. Xavier's College, Mapsa, after the newly elected student council members, headed by their secretary Sahil Mahajan, led a protest on campus demanding the immediate induction of the student council. The protest was also supported by members of Akhil Bharatiya Vidya Parishad. For almost 4 hours, the students protested outside the principal's office. And when the college authorities realized the protest was going out of control, they called the police to control the crowd in a bid to avoid a law and order situation.
Now tensions prevail at the St. Xavier's College in Mapsa after the newly elected Students' Council members, headed by the Secretary Sahil, led a protest on the campus demanding immediate induction of the Students' Council. This protest was supported by the members of ABVP, Akhil Bharatiya Vidya Parishad. Now, this resulted in almost 4 hours protest, which disturbed the functioning of the campus. They pushed and banged the classroom doors, all while shouting slogans. They went all to the labs and the classrooms of the science block and abused and asked the teachers to close shop of the day and asked students to join them. They were not ready to move out until they met the principal, a faculty member said. The teaching staff and the staff who were taken by surprise felt threatened due to the ruckus created by the outsider students. The heavy police force was also called in. DYSP also reached at the spot. Watch.
And you cannot tell them our campuses. I told
How are you telling us how they can go into the left and get out of the left?
First of all, तांकां तर मेळोंक जाय आसलें आमकां कितें नोटीस तर दिवंक जाय आसलें फुडें कशें आसा आमकां कांयच खबर ना डायरेक्ट साडी पावणी बिकॉज एवरीबडी थॉट इट वॉज अ स्टेट प्ले मागीर बोवाळ जावचो पयलें येयले मागीर ते म्हणले ABVP बद्दल बॅनर्स बा घेवन आहात बोवाळ आमी आमचो थंयसर इंटरव्यू चलता आजून चलता इंटरव्यू जाय ते सब्जेक्ट 2-3 सब्जेक्ट सकाळी 9 बसले आमी इंटरव्यू करता कोर्स आमी इंटरव्यू तुमकां जाय ते भशेन येवन आमकां मेळोंक जाय आतांच म्हणून आतां आमकां डेट दी यू कॅनॉट डिक्टेट देम आय वॉन्ट अ डेट जस्ट नाव
But what they want to give you, then you can decide on.
That's what I
you
said.
You can give a specific date for specific date for this discussion.
This we can discuss afterwards and then communicate.
Where?
Sorry. I can communicate to my students, not to others. What I have to do from outside.
फावटी आमी प्रिंसिपलाक मेळटा आनी जितल्या फावटी प्रिंसिपलाक वचोंक मेळपाक वयता तेन्ना आमकां प्रिंसिपल मेळना आयजूय 3.5 वरां जालीं आमकां हांगा अजुनूय प्रिंसिपल मेळोंक ना दुसरी गोश्ट म्हणजे जितल्या फावटी आमी भुरग्यांचे इश्यूज जे घेवन वयता तेन्ना सुद्दां आमकां प्रिंसिपल एड्रेस करिना 8 नोव्हेंबराक कावन्सील जालें कावन्सिलान हांव जनरल सेक्रेटरी म्हणून चूज जालो जॉयंट सेक्रेटरी आसले आनी कल्चरल सेक्रेटरी आनी फूल कावन्सील आसलो तेंच्यांनी फूल ट्राय केले पयलीं आमकां की जिकोंक दिवपाक जायना भुरग्यांक सांगताले वोट करपाक वचो नाका ग्रुपांनी सांगलां की आमकां हें करूं नाका तरी आसून आमचो जेन्ना कावन्सील येयलो तेन्ना ते इंडक्शन करपाचें ना म्हणूंक लागले आतां इंडक्शन 2.5 म्हयने जाले आमी रिक्वेस्ट करता हो आतां आमी लेटर दिल्लो तांकां हो 3 तारखेक हो लेटर दिल्लो की आमचो इंडक्शन करा आमी इतलेंच मागता भुरग्यांचे इश्यू घेवन वयता आयज भुरग्यांक ह्या कॉलेजीन एकूय इव्हेंट जायना खुबशे ते उदकाचे हे चलना फॅन चलना आनी कितें चलना हे सगळें आमी बरोवन व्हरता भुरगे आमकां एक्सपेक्ट करता की कितें तरी करतले जितले फावटी आमी वयता आमकां अप्रोच करिना लेटरूय बरोवन दिले आनी आतां आमची मागणी आसा की बेगिनच्या बेगीन हेंच्यांनी एक तर भुरग्यांची सगळ्यांची मागणी आयकपाची कॉलेजीन जे प्रोग्राम आहा ते करपाचे भुरग्यांचे सगळ्यांची आयकपाची एकूय भुरग्याक हांगा ट्रीट करिना तुमी कितल्याय भुरग्यांक विचारतले आयज हांगा 1,500 भुरगीं सगळ्या कॉलेजीची क्लास बंद करून व्हॉलंटियरली सकयल देंवली तरी ह्या भुरग्यांक सगळ्यांक धांवडयता पळय थंय तुमी पळयल्यार भुरग्यांक ते धांवडयता एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन येवन 1,500 आमी जेन्ना वयर गेले तेन्ना आमकां लॉक करून दवरलो आमी व्हिडिओ फॉरवर्ड करता आमकां लॉक करून दवरलो आनी आतां आमचेर राग करता ते पोलीस आसतना सुद्दां ते प्रिंसिपल आमकां मेळोंक येना आनी आमकां कितें कितें म्हणटा हांगा
टुडे problem is sorted out and Mamledar has called for the meeting on Tuesday.
डेप्युटी कलेक्टराच्या ऑफिसान आमकां ट्युजडे 12 मिटींग दवरला प्रिंसिपलाची प्लस आमचे 5 कावन्सील मेंबर जे कॉलेजीचे आसतले ते आमचो हो डिमांड आसलो की आमचें इंडक्शन जावंक जाय त्याचो आमकां प्रिंसिपल 4 वरां जाली आमी ABP म्हणून येयलेले तेन्ना आमकां प्रिंसिपलान अजुनूय एड्रेस करूंक जाय सो होच आमकां फायनल डिसिजन दिला प्रिंसिपलान आमकां उलोवंक आमी वयतले
Later, after the incident and everything was come to a still, the team faculty of St. Xavier's College issued an official statement post the protest at the campus. Take a look.
As administrator of St. Xavier's College, MAPSA, I would like to put on record the unfortunate and unprecedented incident that took place on the college campus today, 21st January 2023. I would like to state as follows. Around 10:30 a.m., a group of youth comprising of boys and girls, of whom only 3 were students of the college, entered the campus shouting political slogans and also abusing the principal, management and the staff. The group then entered the science block and entered the laboratories and classrooms while classes were in progress, shouting slogans and carrying banners of the ABVP. They tried to instigate the students to leave the classrooms and join them. The students were afraid and refused to go with them. It is to be noted that science practicals were on in the chemistry laboratory into which the above mentioned boys and girls barged and tried to stop the practicals with force. The management then called the Mapsa police to restore law and order and ensure safety of our students. Even after the police tried to calm them down, they continued to shout slogans and create a ruckus. Being the largest institute college in Goa, safety of our students and staff is our priority. Hence, for their safety, classes were stopped and students were requested to leave the campus in order to avoid any untoward incidents. After which, the teachers rallied together to calm down this situation, but to no avail. Finally, Mamlatdar of Bardez was called and the situation was brought under control. We thank the police attached to Mapsa police station and the Mamlatdar for their timely assistance. Being an educational institution, we categorically state that St. Xavier's College condemns such unruly behavior and request all our students to dissociate themselves from any such unruly activities.
A story by Prakash Kadikar and Aspita Polchi for Herald TV.
Making every effort towards making the village garbage-free village, but dumping of garbage into the village has reached frightening proportions. Now the menace is posing a major public health hazard, particularly to those living in the nearby areas. Dumped garbage is left rotting in the open, which breeds germs, and germs are not deterred by the boundary walls of our homes. However, Panchayat members visited the garbage dumping site and were shocked to see huge amounts of unsegregated garbage being dumped by people passing by.
आता आमच्या पंच मेंबरान सेक्रेटरीन सगळे एक्चुअली सांगलेले आसा पण आमकां अशें अजाप दिसता की लोक अशें कित्याक उडयता कित्याक आमची तर गाडी एवरी संडे येतात आनी एवरी पंचायतीन आतां ते गार्बेज कलेक्शन जाता पूण तरी आसतना इतले लोक शिकलेले आसात तरी आसतना मिक्स कित्याक करतात तेच समजना. आमी आतां एवरी टायम अवेरनेस प्रोग्राम कितलेच दिल्ले आसा जावं म्हण खंय खंय आमकां कितलेशे यूट्यूबाचेर आनी कशें करपाचें सेग्रिगेशन आनी तें कंपोस्टींग हें बी शिकयल्लें गेल्लें वता पूण अशें दिसता की लोकांक अशें पडलेलेंच ना हाडून हाडून आपल्या खंय तरी मारपाचें एकल्यान मारलें की दुसरें हाडून हाडून ताजेर आनी ठोकपाचें अशें करून अशें डीग जातात. कितले वॉर्ड आमी साफ करतली एवरी टायम आमी मनीस घालून साफ करीत आसता वॉर्ड तरी पूण लोक कंप्लेनां करतात. आतां कितें करपाचें तें आमकांच समजना.
तुमकां कितें सांगपाचें आहा
लोकांक सांगपाचें फर्स्ट स्टेप म्हटल्यार आपल्या घरा कडेन सेग्रिगेशन करप मेन तें. आतां लोकांक आतां पयशे जाल्यार गांवांनी तरी झाडां पेडां आसतात तें सेग्रिगेशन करून आपलो कंपोस्ट तयार करून झाडांय बरी जातली न्हू. आनी दुसरें म्हणल्यार दुसरें प्लास्टीक वेस्ट आमी कलेक्ट करता सो तें आमच्यान कांय घरा आमी तांकां उजो घालूं नाका म्हणटा कित्याक वेवसाय वाडटा. सो लोकांनी समजून घेवपाचें आयकपाचें इतलेंच काम तांचें आसा.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.